Hello everyone and welcome back to Inscribed Sports here on WSRU-TV. It is episode 3 this season and we have a lot of fun topics here today. We got some good information to provide as well. And now let's go to Talia with SRU Sports.
Getting right to it, I'll be starting with Slippery Rock men's soccer because Slippery Rock men's football is playing tomorrow, Thursday, October 31st at Clarion. Last game on October 26th, men's soccer played Pitt Johnstown, winning 2-0. Rock is now on their 4th win in 5 games, improving to a 6-4-3 overall and a 3-2-2 in the PSAC Western Division. Special shout out to Rasmus Fugel and Jacob Glancy for the 2 points on Saturday's game. Make sure you watch their game, which was today, October 30th, at Lock Haven University. Moving on to women's soccer, there is another beautiful Rock soccer win back on Saturday, October 26th against Clarion. Leah Ullman made 3 saves to give a second consecutive shutout. Senior Sydney Patrick scored the first goal to put the Rock in the lead in the 19th minute with a free kick. Again, Patrick scored a second goal 11 minutes later with a corner kick landing in goal. Congratulations to men's and women's soccer for both wins on their senior day. Be sure to watch women's soccer for their game, which was also today, October 30th at Gannon University. Lastly, with women's volleyball, they came in with another win against Pitt Johnstown at Morrow Fieldhouse on Tuesday, October 22nd. Some special names to shout out is Callie Chevalier with 13 kills and 2 blocks, Chelsea Wheeler with 8 kills and 2 blocks, Aslan Pry with 8 kills and 2 blocks, and Lauren Vonderhaer with 7 kills and 6 blocks. Their next game is Friday, November 1st at Morrow Fieldhouse against Seton Hill University. After this short break, we will be back with Hunter and Dante recapping how the 2024 World Series is going so far.
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Thanks for hearing me out, bro.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
Welcome back, everybody. This is Inscribed Sports, specifically the section of World Series picks. Yeah. And I'm about to get pied, not right now, but the Yankees are down 3-1 as of right now. Play Game 5 with Garrett Cole coming up, who I think they'll win the game, but...
I agree with you. I think they are going to win tonight, force the Game 6-7 back in LA, but what kind of pie do you like again?
I think I like apple pie the best.
Okay, you're getting apple pie in the face.
So, this was before Game 3 with stats, and this is why the Yankees... This isn't a good series overall, in my opinion. The Dodgers are hitting .213 with a slug of .457. The Yankees are hitting .186 with a slug of .294. That's the big difference right there, the slugging. .457 and .294. Dodgers have 11 extra base hits, and the Yankees have 5 extra base hits. Yeah. After Game 3, this was only Game 3, the Yankees watched 24 straight four-seam fastballs go by for called strikes. They were one of the best teams against fastballs this year, and they're not attacking them. I don't know what they're doing. Judge is obviously struggling as always, but Mr. Perfect over there in LA, Ohtani, is not doing well either. I want to hear your case on Ohtani and Judge right now.
I mean, Judge has been a disaster so far with the Yankees. So far, he's 6 for 43 this postseason. I know people don't really care about average anymore, but it's a 140 average. At the end of the day, it's still pretty bad. Also 20 Ks and also 609 OPS. So once again, it's just not good. He's been below average this postseason. And on the other side, Ohtani, he hasn't been doing anything really that much either. I mean, he's not doing as much better, but he's on the winning team right now.
I've got the stat line right here. Ohtani is hitting 133, 278 on base percentage, and a 200 slugging. He has more strikeouts this postseason than Aaron Judge. So he kind of, he carried in the NLCS and the NLDS. But they're still, they have terrible records right now at the plate. Judge is also hitting 133. He's got a 278 on base, but his slugging is 133 for a 411 OPS. Yeah. If you hit 411 during the season, you might get cut. You might not even get sent down.
You're getting the bus home. You're getting home.
And first I'll say this. Aaron Boone is a moron, okay? I was texting him during the game, and I said, why is Aaron Boone putting in Nestor Cortez, who hasn't pitched in a month, to Freddie Freeman? These are Freddie Freeman stats against lefties when the bases are loaded the past 2 years. 643 batting average, 667 on base, a 1.57 slug, and a 2238 OPS. That's 9 for 14 with 25 RBIs. You can put Tim Hill in. I get the lefty-lefty situation. I think Freddie is good against lefties. He's not better against righties, obviously. I think he's better against righties, but against lefties, he's still Freddie Freeman, no matter what. But you can't put in Nestor Cortez. First, he throws a middle fastball to Ohtani, and he got lucky. Verdugo dove into the freaking crowd. And then he throws another one low and into Freddie, and he blasted. I don't know what he was thinking. What are your opinions on that?
The thing is, Freddie has just been on another planet this series. I mean, alone, he's just by himself just outdoing the whole Yankees roster. He has about, well, I don't know if he has more now. Does he have more extra base hits than the Yankees?
Yeah.
So, yeah, he has more extra base hits. I mean, probably more RBIs, honestly. It's close.
Yeah, it is real close.
Well,
actually.
now they had
last night's game, that hurts it, but
yeah,
it's
so
real close
far,
still, even after scoring 11 runs.
Yeah, so far he's just torching the Yankees. I mean, there's nothing that they can do against him. Every time he's just he's getting on base pretty much every at bat.
And one more thing, Anthony Volpe. This guy needs to figure it out. He had a big game last night.
Listen.
Grand slam with a walk and a stolen base and whatnot.
Yeah.
But bases loaded, game 2. This series should be tied, in my opinion. It should not be 3-1. It shouldn't have never been 3-0. It should be 2-2 right now. Anthony Volpe had the chance, 1 out, bases loaded, and you're facing Blake Treinen. I understand Blake Treinen has a video game slider.
Yeah.
But he threw a ball that was it was a ball the whole time.
Yeah.
I mean, it was on the other side. This is the batter's box. It's on the other side of the batter's box. It's not even close.
Hey, that's your MVP, man.
I know. That's why I'm yelling at him right now.
He hit a grand slam, but hey,
figure
too
it
late.
out. Figure it out.
You got to figure it out because you're about to get pied soon.
I'm going to get pied.
Yeah.
And,
you are.
You know, I'm not excited at all, really.
Oh, I'm
Especially,
so
like,
excited.
the pie is one thing.
Yeah.
But getting ice on, like an ice water, oh, man, that's going to be brutal. I'm going to be soaking wet, so. We'll see. We'll see. Next episode, you'll see what happens. We'll get you with a recap, and then we'll have probably the clip of either me getting pied or him getting pied. So, thank you.
Yep, stay tuned.
Yep.
Main Street's more of a budget-friendly option. You've got the smaller apartments that definitely leave a lot more room for customization. They are also fully furnished. It's kind of our hidden gem. So you have your options of 3-people units or 2-people units. South Rock's more of our in-between property. It's not super fancy, but it's also still very budget-friendly. You have the opportunity to live with 3 other individuals, which definitely helps with the pricing. The units come fully furnished. The bedrooms come with a desk, a dresser, a nightstand, and a full-size bed. Kitchens are fully equipped. You have a washer and dryer in the apartment, and then you have a really nice patio. Stonecrest is quiet, comfortable, classy. We offer 4 bedrooms and we have 2 bedrooms. All of our units are completely furnished. The kitchen is fully equipped. You have fridge, stove, microwave, dishwasher and garbage disposal, and you do have a patio space as well. For more information, visit us at www.southrockapartments.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Welcome back, everyone, to Inscribed Sports here on WSRU-TV. It is episode 3, like I mentioned earlier, and you guys saw it by the title. And it is the first time we have a Guest of the Week segment, and we are joined by Garrett. Garrett, can you give me your major and what year you are? A little bit of a background.
Yeah, so as you mentioned, my name is Garrett Kristen. I am a strategic communication and media major with a concentration in multimedia journalism. And yeah, I mean, that's all. I'm a junior here. And as you can see, I have letters on today. I had to rep Steelers, but I also had to rep letters. It is Pi Kappa Phi fraternity, which is something else that I'm involved in on campus.
All right. Also, since this is a sports show, Garrett, what is your earliest memory getting into professional sports?
Yeah, so my earliest memory that I could think of getting into professional sports would probably be the 2015 Stanley Cup that the Penguins won. I was like 6 in 2009 when they won, so I don't really remember that. So I would probably have to say 2015, and that was a great year to watch Penguins hockey.
All right. Speak of hockey, why don't we just talk about the NHL?
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to start or should I start?
You got it.
All right. Was this the first time the NHL hosted the Frozen Frenzy?
Yeah, so in 2013, they actually hosted the Frozen Frenzy again, but they did play this week on Tuesday, or last week on Tuesday, and all 32 teams played. So there were 16 games that night. There was 102 goals scored, 6.4 goals per game, which is pretty crazy. Total of 944 shots on goal, and 10 on the road winners, which is pretty insane that 10 teams on the road won. It's just tough in any sport, I think, to go on the road and win. So.
Yeah, I agree. We have some of the featured games that happened during the Frozen Frenzy here in the 2024-25 season. The Penguins did lose 4-3 to the Calgary Flames. Capitals they beat the Flyers 4-1. The Minnesota Wild defeated the reigning and defending Stanley Cup champions, the Florida Panthers, 5-1. The Colorado Avalanche won a big game in the Western Conference, defeating the Seattle Kraken 3-2. And the final game of the night, the Golden Knights beat the LA Kings. Unfortunately, I hate to see it, but Golden Knights are good. And Garrett, we know the Frozen Frenzy, like you said, is back. Do you think that was a good marketing strategy for the NHL? Since we know their market is not as big as the NFL, not as big as the MLB, they kind of lack in that department.
Yeah, I mean, I think you hit the nail right on the head there. I think that the NHL in past years has not done a great job at marketing their players or their league. I think doing something like the Frozen Frenzy was great for the NHL. One night where all teams are playing is great for viewers and all of the above. So I do really think that this is going to help them. I don't think it's going to change much as far as the other major leagues, but I definitely think that this is going to help them take that step into a new marketing strategy for sure.
All right, on the topic of hockey, we're going to continue with the Pittsburgh Penguins, and we know they have not been doing hot as of late. It's been rough.
Yeah, no, Pittsburgh. I mean, it's been bad. They started out the season. They're starting out the season here in the first 10 or 11 games at 3-7-1. They've lost the last 6 of their games to the Hurricanes, Jets, Flames, Oilers, and Canucks. So 4 of those last 6 losses are on their road trip to Canada, which was not great for them. I think they played last night against Marc-Andre Fleury. He came back to Pittsburgh and took the net for what they're saying is going to be his last time taking the net in Pittsburgh. It's kind of crazy to think about. I grew up watching Marc-Andre Fleury play, so sad to see him potentially in his last season. But the Wild came in. They did beat the Penguins 4-3. And so the Penguins did lead that game 2-0, which is kind of crazy that they lost 5-3 at the end of that. But talking a little bit more about Penguins hockey, Evgeny Malkin is 14. He's leading the team with 14 points, and then Sidney Crosby is right behind him at 7. I think that you wouldn't be surprised at all to see both of those guys up at the top of the stats. So yeah, I mean, they've been with this organization for 18, 19 years. So I think it's great to see them still producing for the team and a much needed pace, because the Penguins just do not look too hot right now.
I think it's incredible for their age. They have to be going on their middle 30s now.
Yeah, I mean, I think Crosby's about 36. He's turned 36 before the season, and Malkin's around 37. So yeah, it's
on the topic of Malkin and Crosby, this is a little improv, but do you think when it's all said and done, Malkin, Crosby, and Letang, the big 3 of the Penguins, will retire all at the same time, or do you think they'll just call it separate times?
Tough to say. I said at the beginning of the season, I think Crosby's got about 3 years left. Just as far as playing days, I think that's where he'll kind of end off. Malkin, I know that previously he's signed a 4-year deal with the Penguins. I don't think that he'll finish out that contract. I think that he's one of those guys that I could see him playing, like you said, as long as Crosby. He might go that extra year, but I can't see it happening. And I mean, Letang's on a 6-year deal. I think that you could see him finish it out. I think if it falls on those 2 guys retiring and he has the potential to step away and he feels ready, I definitely think you could see that happening for sure.
Since we said the Penguins are struggling as of this season so far, we'll see how the rest of the season transpires. But how can they improve?
Yeah, I mean, I just think that I know that goaltending has been an issue for them. I think bringing back Tristan Jarry has been I don't want to say a problem, but I know that they hesitated bringing him back. The goalie market that year that they brought him back wasn't great. But I definitely think the defense in front of him has to step up a little bit. You can't blame everything on the goaltender. And putting goals in the back of the net is the name of the game. So I think that they need to produce scoring-wise. They need to score more than, I mean, they just lost the other night 5-3 against the Wild. And yeah, they were up 2-0 in that game, but to only score, one goal throughout the rest of that game just isn't great for them. So I think that's, I think on all three levels, offense, defense, and goaltending, I think it just needs a lot of improvement.
All right. So currently, we talked about the standing leaders last time. We should have mentioned this earlier on, but the Florida Panthers have took the lead in the Western Conference as of last episode, or the Eastern Conference, my apologies. They are leading the East at 7-3-1 at the time of this. Last time it was the New Jersey Devils, but I think they are in second currently, correct?
Yeah, they're in second place.
All right, and then leading the West is still the Winnipeg Jets at 8-1. And that is all we have for our NHL segment, and we will be back right after this.
As years pass and people come and go from our lives, all we have is our memories. From the family gathering to the summer baseball games to that first trip to Disney, those memories are something to be cherished. I thought many of those memories were lost to time and outdated technology, but with Memory Lane Media, they gave me those memories back so that I can share them with my grandkids, and they can share them with their kids one day.
This Saturday, WWE travels to Riyadh, Saudi Arabia for their Crown Jewel pay-per-view, or premium live event as they call it now. And up first, I'm going to talk about the women's tag team champions Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair put their titles on the line against Piper Niven and Chelsea Green, also Lash legend in Jakara Jackson, and Io Sky and Kairi Sane. In this match, I have Piper Niven and Chelsea Green taking the women's tag team belts. Next up, Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens. I have Kevin Owens taking this match. Next up, Bronson Reed versus Seth Rollins in an unsanctioned match. I can see this match going either way, but I feel like Rollins is going to put over Bronson Reed, so I'm going with Bronson Reed winning that match. Also, we have a United States title match, which LA Knight is defending against Carmelo Hayes and Andrade. And in this match, I'm going with the megastar LA Knight winning. Next up, we have the Battle of the Women's Champions, Liv Morgan and Nia Jax. And this is for the Women's Crown Jewel title, I think it's called. It's the first year they are doing this. And I'm going to go with Nia Jax winning this. I feel like Rhea Ripley is going to come down and screw over Liv Morgan in the Judgment Day. Next up, we have another Crown Jewel championship. It's the battle of the WWE champion, Cody Rhodes, versus the ring general, Gunther. And in this match, I got Gunther winning. In the main event, I assume, is the Bloodline 1.0, which is the OTC, the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns, and his cousins, Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso, taking on Solo Sikoa, and then I believe it's Tongaloa and Jacob Fatu, which is the Bloodline 2.0. And in this match, I got the Bloodline 1.0 winning, and we'll be back right after this with another segment here on Inscribed Sports.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
See, Smokey thinks I'm funny.
All right, welcome back, guys. Today, our segment we're going into is our Inscribed game of the week, and it's the Lions traveling to Green Bay to face the Green Bay Packers. What's your pick, Dante?
I have the Green Bay Packers. They're not favored. They're plus 145 right now.
Yeah.
And, you know, after a big win, like I want to say a big win, but I meant score-wise big win against the Titans, it's hard to not pick.
Hold on. You're talking about the Tennessee Titans right now.
Okay. That's what I'm saying. They looked good, but Jared Goff threw for 80-some yards. He had like a couple attempts. It was all special teams.
Yeah.
It's the Titans.
Okay.
I don't think Jared Goff is going to do well for the next couple weeks. For the next couple, I don't want to say the end of the year. I really don't want to say end of the year, but I don't see it with him. You know, he's a system quarterback. I'll say that right now. I think he's really a system quarterback.
Okay.
Jordan Love is better. Jordan Love is probably going to throw 2 picks, but he's going to throw 4 touchdowns.
I have a question for you, though. Is he going to be healthy?
I know.
2 injuries in 8 weeks.
I have it
here. Is
here.
he going to be healthy?
They're both questionable, though. Goff and Love are both questionable. Goff is questionable with an ankle injury, and Love is who knows where he is. He's somewhere else.
Yeah.
He said, quote, realistic to play Sunday.
Okay.
So I'm hoping he plays. If Malik Willis is in, then I'm screwed.
Hey.
But, I mean, obviously you're disagreeing with me here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to disagree, but what the heck does my pick matter anyways? I'm 0-2. I can't seem to pick the right team.
Well, if you go NFL-wise, I'm 2-0, and
yeah.
I am better than you. So.
But that's all right. But I'm going with the Lions. I mean, just right now the team's different. The past 4 games they're putting up 30+ every game. And I think they're going to do it. Now, they're not going to put up 30+, but they're going to beat the Packers.
Yeah, it'll be a close game.
I think it's going to be a close game.
It'll be a close game.
But Goff's last 4 games, he's 70 for 83, 84% passing rating, 10 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. I know the Packers also have good defense.
System quarterback, like I said.
System quarterback.
Nobody throws 84%.
Would you let me finish?
If it's not no.
Let me finish.
If he's not a system quarterback. If Brock Purdy did that, you can say he's a system quarterback.
Okay. And I did last week.
Yeah, and guess who won?
Yeah,
that's
Cowboys
what I thought.
suck. I'm never picking
that's
them
what
again.
That's what I thought.
But I can't knock the Packers. They're also playing really well right now. Biggest question again is Jordan Love. Is he going to be healthy?
That is true.
And if Malik Willis comes in, I mean, he's not going to beat the Lions. Come on, he's throwing picks. It's not going to be close.
The Lions are going to have the lead early. I think after the second half, the Packers will pick it up. I feel like that's been the story the whole season right now.
I agree.
The Packers are starting off slow-ish, and then they start picking it up. Once he throws the picks out of the way, once he throws the interceptions,
once he throws the picks out of the way,
that's about it.
All right, and we're going to head over to Joey and our guest of the week, Garrett, for their picks.
All right, Dante and Hunter gave their picks, and I have to agree with one of them. I'm going to go with the Packers beating the Detroit Lions by a field goal. Garrett, who do you got?
Yeah, so I'm going to take the opposite there. I'm going to take the Lions in this one. I mean, they're going into Lambeau. I think that's tough for the Lions, as well as Aiden Hutchinson being out and Jamison Williams being suspended. But Jared Goff's playing really good football right now. They got a dual threat of Montgomery and Gibbs in the backfield. So I think it's going to be pretty tough for Green Bay to stop them. The Lions have had 2 good weeks as well. They beat the Vikings and gave them their first loss of the season. And they just dominated last Sunday, 52-14 win against Tennessee. So I think this is going to be a good game. It could go either way. I got the Lions locking it in. This game's got the highest stakes. It's for the lead of the NFC North. So let's go Lions.
I don't think it's going to happen. I really don't. I think it all depends though if what's his name, Jordan Love plays, because we'll see what Malik Willis does.
Yeah, no, I mean, I see that. I think both teams are good. I think it definitely does depend on Jordan Love and his status going into that game. Like I said, Lambeau, tough stadium to play in for sure. So I think the Lions are going to have their work cut out for them, but I still got them. They're playing good football compared to the Packers right now, so got to take them.
The Packers, I feel like, own Detroit, don't you say? Like, not recently.
Yeah, I think Detroit's past, it's not great. I mean, I think they've been better in more recent years with the hiring of Dan Campbell, with bringing in Jared Goff, bringing in a running back like Montgomery, as I mentioned, and drafting Gibbs is huge. So, I mean, I would say I think you have a point there with Green Bay owning the Lions, but I think as of recent, the Lions are the better team in that division, and that's why I'm taking them. I think recent football and just the Packers not playing to the standard that they probably want to be playing as well.
Yeah, I was doing some research. The Packers are actually 104, 76, and 7 against Detroit in franchise history. So I think the Packers are going to make it 105. I think, like I said earlier, the Packers are going to win by 3. So I'm going to go with a final score of 31-28. It's going to hit the over, but that's what I got. All right, that's Garrett and I's pick. Garrett, I'd like to thank you for being on Inscribed Sports, being the inaugural guest of the week.
Yeah.
So I appreciate it.
Thank
Go
you.
Packers, though.
Thank
We'll
you.
see what happens, and we'll be back right after this. All right, everyone, that is it for episode 3 of Inscribed Sports here on WSRU-TV. We'll see you again next Wednesday for another episode.